Hello and welcome back to my Let's Challenge of Ratchet and Clank 2. In the last episode we completed planets Notek and planet Siberius, and now we are here on planet Tabora, having just been ejected down here by Mr. Fizzwidget. There you go, there's the hole that we fell down. And now we are here ready to attack some of planet Tabora, what planet Tabora has to hold for us. So those are the sort of, these are the stock enemies that you see around planet Tabora. Those guys and the small fireflies that we see, like, there, very similar to the ones that we saw back on Uzla, on the second planet. You can see the lava gun is really, really good. It's actually, like, legitimately one of my favourite weapons until it upgrades, and then it sort of becomes not as good. One of the very few weapons in the game to actually suffer from becoming worse. But thankfully what it also is that it's a weapon where if you know what to do with it, you can actually kill more than one enemy with one shot, and that is invaluable against sort of small enemies like this. This is also the area where we start seeing this this purple nanotech. So your purple nanotech restores you back to, essentially it gives you 4 units of nanotech at once instead of 1. Very, very helpful in these later areas, because we don't have the strongest, because we're later going to start seeing essentially armor upgrades. And there's going to be reasons why those armor upgrades are included, because the enemies are going to start doing a heck of a ton more damage to us, and we're going to need to be able to survive a fair few more hits. So, hopefully our mini turret glove should upgrade relatively soon, I would have thought. Yes, there we go, wonderful. Mini turret glove becomes the mega turret glove. Which just does, generally, I believe it all the changes, does a lot more damage. But no, useful, okay. So that's another life to add to our collection. Looks like we should be using the lava gun for a large chunk of this next section. Okay, so, first checkpoint of this chapter, of this planet.
In case of emergency, break glass with range. Hold on. This one says, use rock to break glass to get wrench to break glass to get rod. Ooh, I love logic puzzles. Let's see. If you break the glass with the solved it.
So here we go, we have a wrench upgrade, lovely. Very useful wrench upgrade as well. If you were to, say, be using the wrench a lot in the game. Okay, so that is that little section there done. Spawner. I mean, how can you not love a gun that just squirts lava? It's amazing. Although obviously it's not really lava. I doubt you could call it lava if you were to be geologically specific about it, but who cares about that? Anyway, so... It's a bit disappointing to see that the Seeker gun has gone from being able to one-shot these enemies to having to 2 or even 3-shot some of them. Because it just doesn't have the ammo, really, for that to be the case against, you know, just basic stock enemies in a level. That's the frustrating thing about the CD code. Anyway. So I think that's the end of this first area, and we're now going to get another cutscene.
Hand over the experiment now. I can't do that. You have 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! He's a she.
This changes nothing. Where's the experiment?
We have returned it to Mr. Fizzwidget.
Oh, you've just put the whole galaxy in imminent danger. But I don't have time to stand around explaining it to you. If you have any intention of fixing the mess you've made, watch this.
Oh no! Good thing that wasn't little Susie. Here at the Megacorp testing facility, we make sure the products you buy are safe for you and your family. These are just a few of the products we've rejected to help keep you safe. The Tiny Talk Slingshot, the Nuclear Mousetrap, Self-Wedgifying Underwear, and the Lawn Ninjas. So the next time your toaster doesn't explode in your face, say a little thank you to the Megacorp testing facility.
Wow, she's got a few bolts loose. What does a testing facility have to do with galactic danger? I am unsure. However, I believe we should investigate that location. Well, I'm gonna need a new ship.
Why she can't be clear about things straight up to you is a mystery. But there we have the introduction to Angela. And now, the next section. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to do a little, I guess it is, in the end, it becomes sort of mandatory, because this path gives us access to a gadget. It's not really a gadget. Essentially gives us access to something which we actually need in order to progress with the game. It's not really a gadget, it's more of a... I don't know what they call it actually, I'd have to find out what they actually call it in the game. Maybe, yeah, it'll be an item, I would assume. So yeah, we're going to find an item along this path, which you actually do need to complete the game, so... But for now, it's just pretty much an option. It seems like a pretty optional little path. Ow. I remember this first little section where... So this little section here, where you actually have to, obviously, you use the Terminator to freeze the water in these waterfalls, and then you can use the, and then you can wall jump up them. And I remember seeing that and just thinking that's the coolest thing, just being able to wall jump up waterfalls. And then they did the same thing in Super Mario Galaxy 2, and I was very happy to see it. It's like they copied Ratchet Clank. I reckon it's probably in games before that, but you know, it's what I remember. Anyway, so we come down to here. Take out some more of these enemies, and we get access to the glider. And the glider is the most annoying part of this game, pretty much. This and the levitator are essentially some of the most annoying little sections throughout this game, and indeed throughout the original trilogy of games. Actually, it controls really stiffly, and there's nothing you can change about that. And you've got to be really careful that you don't go too high, because if you go too high, then it will just stall, and then you will plummet to your death. So obviously, we are going to grab this nanotech boost. And then proceed down this very easy glider course. Obviously, just avoid the big towers. And it's just there to give you a platinum bolt. So this is actually one of the first sort of platinum bolts that they sort of just give to you almost, because it's very much, it's not hidden, and it's actually along a, you know, the result of doing a path which in the end you actually need to do to proceed the game. Anyway, we're going to talk to this mystic just here.
Hello, sir.
Hey, that's my ship.
Possession is an illusion. Do not all things belong to the cosmos?
No. That's definitely mine.
This vessel suffers from wounded char. Only the power of the crystals can hope to heal him. Crystals, sir? Crystals? Like those found in the desert? Beyond. Oh.
Well, we don't have any better ideas. Let's go grab a few crystals.
So we need crystals in order for the mystic to work his magic. So, just to give you a clue of the scale of this area, if I show you the map, this is how big the rest of Tabora is. And as you can see, it is huge. And pretty much what we're going to do is we're just going to collect all the crystals that are located in that central area around there. There should be 10, I believe there might actually be 11. And we'll do that, heal, essentially mend our ship, and then we will progress onwards from this area. But there are in total 100, I believe, crystals in the desert, or 99 of them. And collecting them in the end becomes a major part of this, because you get bolts for collecting them, and the bolts are obviously very helpful. So, that's the sort of crystal we're talking about, as you might have guessed. And obviously, so the two main ways you get crystals are the ones that are just sort of on the floor, like those, and then there are also large enemies that you can kill and they will actually drop crystals. But actually, every single crystal in the desert sort of has its own little defense perimeter, be it of these stock enemies. Every single one has some sort of form of defense, be it the enemies appear before, like now, or they appear after you get it, like the previous one. But there's never a free crystal, as it were, I don't think. Everyone you have to do something for. So, that's that. You do want to be a rather rigorous and just make sure that you don't miss anything, because there is nothing more frustrating than knowing that you've missed one crystal in this huge map and you've got to try and find it. Believe me. So, these big guys with the eyes, these guys also drop crystals, and that's why we're trying to kill them. Also, see, they also take quite a lot of hits. But they're not that dangerous, really, ultimately. You can use the lava gun if you flip up at it like that, but you do generally, you will not be particularly ammo conservative doing that method. Because the way the lava gun ammo works, essentially, the longer you hold down the fire button, obviously to form a stream, the more ammo you use up. And what's actually quite useful with a lava gun is just to sort of tap it, so you just have a very small stream, but then it lasts long enough that you can actually do a decent amount with it. The other thing about, obviously, the desert is that I actually would like to have some more weapons to actually just be upgrading, because at the moment we don't actually have that much to worry about. Wow. I did not think you'd take 3 postage. rifle shots. But, I mean, I think I've killed 2 enemies with the pulse rifle, and it's like half. Already halfway towards leveling up. Jeez. Hello, all the enemies ever. Cool. Lovely, jubbly. Okay, so we have 10 crystals. Wonderful. We still have 2 more to collect, so there are a total of 12, it seems, in this opening little area. And that is good to know. Ow! Ow! Beautiful. Say, yeah, better come back to me. That crystal better come back to me. So, there we go. We've pretty much done everything we need to do in this little area. We can go back, mend our ship, and then we will progress onto the next planet, which is Dobbo. Which is rather difficult.
Yes, the crystals are spiking the money with a single voice. Oh.
That was pretty impressive.
Bring me more crystals, and I'll pay you cold hard bolts.
Huh?
Oh.
I do love how he tries.
Vast amounts of bolts by exploring the desert and finding crystals.
I do love the way he sort of acts that out. Anyway, so 88 crystals. So yes, there are a total of 100, and we have found 12. But we are instead going to head over to the testing facility on the planet Dobbo. And we're going to get see another weapon be added to the store, I believe, in the mini rocket tube.
See if you can find anything worth watching.
Welcome back to Behind the Hero. In yet another setback for the embattled Captain Quark, the Galactic Court ordered him to pay 6 billion volts in damages to citizens suffering from personal hygienator syndrome. Only 2 days later, Quark was arrested trying to flee to Poketaru. The one-time hero, now full-time Zero, was placed in custody awaiting trial. But the next day it was discovered that he had escaped, flushing himself to freedom. We'll return to Behind the Hero after these messages.
Who knows how you can flush yourself to freedom? Anyway. So Dobbo. Dobbo is essentially, the way I always see it, is it's the first sign that the game is starting to ramp up. These enemies on Dobbo do a hell of a lot more damage, especially if you don't buy the armour that is available on this planet. But I personally am not sure we're actually going to have the bolts for it. This is also the first level where we start seeing a marked increase in the number of bolts that you're going to get. Like just from enemies, killing enemies, all this sort of stuff, we will start seeing a lot more. We will start getting a lot more bolts very fast. So we are definitely going to buy the new armor. It's important. As much as I'd love to keep that money for weapons, we will most certainly need the armor. So, if we just check out the weapons vendor, you do not want to fall in the water in this planet. You can see that we now have the mini rocket tube available to us, which is pretty a pretty basic sort of rocket launcher. That's all it is. It's just a rocket launcher. So, how are we going to deal with this? Just debating the best way of dealing with those. Because you can destroy them. And I'm wondering whether doing so is actually going to be good for us. Okay. Okay, so ultimately probably not worth it, but there we go. So the main difficult enemies here on Planet Dobbo are these soldiers, who do a huge amount of damage if you let them, and also who take quite a lot of hits as well. Debating whether we actually want to... I'm just thinking of the best route to take through the levels at the moment. Okay, so... This planet is also a source of some of the most annoying... Ouch. Destroy you. Yes, we can. Okay. Okay, cool. Lovely, okay. Looks like these guys are programmed such that they can't actually hit this sort of vertical area, which is actually useful for us. Bad news for them, obviously. Okay, so we're going to get a tank at some point in this level, I'm sure. I think it's around here. Yes, it is. Hello, Mr. Tank. Beautiful. So, not only do we destroy that tank, we also get our pulse rifle upgrading to the vaporizer. I believe that's what it is. Yep, vaporizer. Awesome. So we now take this path. Lovely. And we get to a lovely continue point and a cutscene. And then one of the most annoying parts of this game. That nanotech boost. I could lose quite a few lives here.
Okay, this must be the core.
A bit worried
terminal.
about
Let's
this.
see what we can get from it.
The power appears to be out in this entire area.
You're right. I better call a maintenance bot. Let's just follow him and fix it ourselves.
So, why is this so difficult? Well, it requires the glider, and it's just hell. This is really, really annoying, this little section. So, if you want to get that... Oh, man, Jesus. Okay, if you want to get that nanotech boost, you need to turn around somewhere along this glider course. This is where I choose to do so. And I've made it. So, that's a death. That is loss of the Walloper. Okay, so you essentially want to get up as high as possible without it cartwheeling, and then you want to do as sharp a turn as possible. No, no, come on, yes, okay. Okay, we turned around, that's the difficult bit. Now, you want to get up to here, and you also want to turn around. Oh, no, 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 come on. Oh, thank God. Okay. Get it, yes. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Got that nanotech boost. Okay. Jeez. Hate getting that nanotech boost. It is honestly hell on earth. Okay, so now we just need to do the whole glider section without dying, which is in fact not that easy anyway. So we're going to lose access to the Fizzbomb gun now. It's ironic that we're actually going through all of our old Ratchet Clank 1 weapons, because you actually get a skill point on this level if you complete the planet without only using Ratchet Clank 1 weapons. And that can actually be relatively difficult, just because these enemies are particularly strong. At least, you know, they're a definite increase in difficulty on all of the previous enemies that you've had so far. Anyway, so oh, so careful. There we go. Beautiful. Now, as soon as you enter here, you want to go up, up, up. Ah, missed it. Missed it. Come on. Oh, thank God. So, there is a platinum bolt just there. Now, obviously I missed it, but we will be able to get it on hopefully another run. Oh, jeez. Jeez. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. It's fine. Was not paying attention. And again. These don't count as lives lost, these are just silly mistakes. Jeez, I am not looking at... Normally I don't find these difficult, but this one, I'm just not seeing where on earth the next one is coming from at all. There we go, finally. Okay, so that's now finished. We can now fly back to the computer terminal.
Now, let's get the goods on that experiment. What the?
I think I see the problem.
What? Now even the computers are charging us? That's it. This galaxy blows.
So, this is the 10,000 volt charge.
Full bladder reporting on Megacorp experiment number 13. This update is strictly classified. If you are watching this, you're fired. Early thinking held that the specimen was entirely docile in nature, even though word provocation failed to incite it. But the late Dr. Putrid's son observed that natural levels of monster propanase in the experiment's bloodstream were triggering some remarkable changes. Attempts at neutralizing the specimen's violent tendencies were met with limited success. Our surviving staff recommend that the experiment be destroyed immediately at Megacorp's deep space disposal facility.
The computer's log indicates that we were the first to view that recording.
So Fizzwidget must not know. We've got to warn him.
Yellow.
Mr. Fizzwidget, you're safe. Sir, brace yourself. We just saw a video of your experiment eating its handlers. I repeat, it eats its handlers.
Ah, yes. No fat, extra foam, no sprinkles.
Mr. Fizzwidget, do you copy? Anyone handling the experiment must exercise the utmost caution.
No, decapitated. What? Oh, yes. Exercise my frontmost cushion.
Ah.
Sir, your experts recommend that the experiment be liquidated. We will meet you at your deep space disposal facility.
Ah, yes, my cheap date proposal facsimile. It's heavily guarded, so make sure to use the password, which is, Quartastic. Yes, Toodaloo.
So, there we go. We are now here for the Deep Space Disposal Facility. We will try and get this Platinum Bolt. I am very glad to have got through this section with minimal deaths, because, honestly, it could have gone so much worse. The glider is just so annoying, and it's like these sections through these gears and stuff like that are just nerve-jangling beyond belief. So, get through, and then drive down, go through. Oh dear, jeez. And then right up, there it is. And we'll just go down, and then we're safe. Yes, 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 okay. So, 2 deaths, but we got everything in that. I'm very happy. Okay, so we return to the start, and then we return to our... yeah, there we go. Cool. Okay, so now we have an interesting dilemma. Essentially, we don't really have the weapons that we need in order to deal with a lot of what's here on planet Dobbo. So what I'm probably going to do is we're probably going to do the Deep Space Disposal Facility quest. So we're actually going to follow the storyline, and we're actually going to do that level now. The reason being is because just like the Felton system, that level also has a significant number of side missions, and all of those side missions obviously give you bolts. The more bolts we have, we should hopefully get to the point where we can maybe buy a mini rocket tube. If we can buy the mini rocket tube, then we'll be in a much better stead going into this planet, and then the next planet as well. And then after all of that, we'll be able to hopefully return back to planet Tabora and start start grinding up for the crystals, getting all the money from that. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode of my Let's Challenge of Ratchet & Clank 2. I am very glad to have got through that part of Dobbo that well. And in the next episode, we will be doing the Deep Space Disposal Facility in the Frugus Cloud, and then and then we'll probably be returning here to complete the other mission here on planet Dobbo. So I hope to see you on the next episode.